Have you seen vintage mobile homes? What were they like inside nearly 100 years ago? How much did they cost, knowing only millionaires could travel in them? I'll tell you about the rarest and most unusual motorhomes of the past, and believe me, they can still surprise you. And at the end, I'll show you the most incredible motorhome ever. Let's begin with the Western Clipper from 1937. Wow, this is a real classic. It's a rare example of early motorhomes, grabbing attention with its unique design that resembles the airships of that era. It was created by renowned designer Brooks Stevens, who crafted a series of only 26 of these vehicles. Initially, they were used as mobile offices for Western Publishing Company. This motorhome was built on a cab-over-engine chassis, which allowed for significantly more interior space. In some versions, a front-wheel drive system was used to avoid the need for a rear drive shaft, freeing up even more space inside. The engine was a Ford V8 flathead, but many units were modified. In later versions, you could find a Chevrolet small block V8 engine with 327 cubic inches of displacement, which greatly increased its power. The design of the Western Clipper stands out with its sleek lines and retro style, inspired by aerospace technology. This is not just a motorhome, but a true piece of industrial art, reflecting the pinnacle of 1930s American design. Inside, it had everything necessary for comfortable living. It boasted a spacious living area, a toilet, and sometimes even the option to install a bathroom. And how much does this beauty cost? Today, this motorhome is a collector's item, and despite the need for restoration, it's valued between $20,000 and $30,000. However, at one auction, the price went as high as $60,000 due to its incredible rarity. Have you ever seen a capsule home? The Curtiss Aerocar is a luxurious motorhome created by aviation pioneer Glenn Curtiss. The model was an early example of semi-trailers with a fifth-wheel coupling, which later became standard in the industry. Looks stylish, doesn't it? Production began in 1928 in factories in New York and Florida, and the motorhome was only available by special order. Inside, these trailers offered real comfort for their time: a compass, a barometer, a kitchen with a refrigerator, and even a toilet with a flushing system, making them true land yachts. The Aerocar models were expensive, around $5,000, which was a significant amount in the 1930s, especially during the Great Depression. This explains the relatively small number of units produced, only a few hundred. Nevertheless, these trailers were used not only for personal trips, but also as mobile offices, showrooms, and even traveling zoos. One well-known example is the combination of a Curtiss Aerocar with a Graham Blue Streak car, which American banker Hugh McDonald used to commute from Long Island to New York. So you could say this was one of the first limousines. But let me tell you about a classic. The 1935 Ford Housecar is one of the first commercial motorhomes, built on the base of a Ford V8 passenger car. It combined comfortable travel conditions with the renowned reliability of Ford at the time. A true classic. It was built on Ford truck or passenger car chassis, such as the Ford Model 48 with an 85 horsepower V8 engine. The design of this vehicle combined stylish bodywork with practical living space, making it ideal for traveling across rugged terrain. Inside, you could find sleeping areas and storage space. This motorhome became a true symbol of the early development of motorhomes in the United States, especially popular among travelers during the Great Depression. The cost of the Ford Housecar in 1935 was about $650, which was quite expensive for that time. But thanks to its durability and reliability, it remained in demand. How much is this marvel worth now? The price ranges from $10,000 to $50,000, depending on the condition and features of the motorhome, as it's a true rarity. What do you think about the smallest mobile home of its time? Rolla Home was a compact camper trailer created in 1948. It became popular among travel enthusiasts because of its lightness and functionality. The Rolla Home trailer weighed less than 1,000 pounds, and inside, it featured a comfortable double bed that could be set up in just a few minutes. The trailer had a quick setup system and was easy to install at campsites. making it convenient for short trips or camping in nature. It often came with tents or awnings, expanding the living space outdoors. One of the key features of Motorhome was its simplicity. Despite its small size, the trailer was equipped for basic camping. Folding chairs, miniature kitchen tools, and storage spaces made it suitable for long trips. This model was popular among motorcycle owners and small car drivers, such as early Subaru models. In the post-war years, trailers like these became symbols of affordability and mobility, especially for young families and active travelers. Despite its minimalism, Motorhome was one of the first compact trailers to combine convenience, affordability, and ease of use. And who can forget the German post-war classic? The Volkswagen Westfalia camper, first released in 1951, became a true legend among mobile homes. This model was developed by Westfalia at the request of a British officer who asked for a Volkswagen Type 2 transporter to be converted into a mobile home. The result was the camping box, a compact motorhome with basic camping amenities such as a folding bed, a removable kitchen, and storage spaces. The vehicle was powered by a 69 cubic inch engine with 24 horsepower. Inside, there was enough room for 2 people, and some versions allowed for the attachment of a tent, which could be left in place while the vehicle was used for trips. The Westfalia camper became an iconic symbol of freedom, especially among youth in the 1960s. Even today, people around the world are searching for and restoring it, as it still looks stylish and appealing. Here's another legend on my list. The Airstream Clipper is an incredible mobile home that became part of the long history of the Airstream company, founded by Wally Byam. This model retained the recognizable bullet shape, created using aerodynamics principles borrowed from aviation. The motorhome was made of riveted aluminum, ensuring durability and lightness. The Clipper was about 18 or 20 feet long, depending on the specific model, and weighed around 4,200 pounds. The Clipper's interior was thoughtfully designed, featuring wooden panels, a stainless steel kitchen area, storage spaces, and sleeping areas. Some models even had a small bathroom installed. This motorhome, designed for luxury travelers, came with a range of available options, such as a liquefied gas system, a radio, and a bar. The 1953 Clipper was the last in its series and the first to be produced at the factory in Ohio. That year marked the beginning of a new era in Airstream manufacturing, with an improved frame construction that significantly enhanced its performance. And now, I'll show you 3 of the most unique and vintage mobile homes. The Clark Cortez is one of the first American motorhomes with front-wheel drive, developed by the Clark Forklift Company from Battle Creek in 1963. This motorhome stood out for its innovative design, including a front-wheel drive transmission with a 4-speed manual gearbox, which allowed for a lower floor without the need for a drive shaft, thus increasing interior height. Under the hood was a Chrysler 6-cylinder engine with 227 cubic inches of displacement. The Cortez had a fully steel construction, which made it durable but prone to rust. This motorhome was also known for its compact size and maneuverability, making it convenient for trips, even on city streets. Between 1963 and 1979, 3,211 units of the Cortez were produced. In 1969, the model was upgraded with a Ford V8 engine, and later with a GM automatic transmission and an engine from the Oldsmobile Toronado. The Cortez was so in demand that NASA used it to transport astronauts to the launch pad during the Apollo missions. Notable owners included actor Vincent Price and director Francis Ford Coppola. It looks charming, doesn't it? I'd love to travel in one even today. Now here's a true innovation in motorhomes. The Winnebago F17, first released in 1966, was a revolutionary motorhome that laid the foundation for Winnebago Industries' future success. This 16-foot-long motorhome was the first mass-produced motorhome, making travel accessible to a wide range of families who had previously only dreamed of such convenience. The model was built on a Ford chassis with a 300 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine, producing 170 horsepower, which made it reliable and comfortable for long trips. One of the key innovations in the Winnebago F17 was its patented thermo-panel construction. This technology provided excellent insulation and durability, which was especially important for trips in various climate conditions. Inside, the F17 was fully equipped: a kitchen with a stove and refrigerator, a bathroom with a shower and toilet, and sleeping areas for 6 people, making this motorhome completely self-sufficient for long journeys. The F17 was also the first motorhome to feature a built-in generator, providing travelers with greater independence, allowing them to camp in remote locations without losing comfort. Yes, back then, this was something you could only dream of. The success of this model played a significant role in establishing Winnebago as a leading motorhome manufacturer in the US. And now for the most unusual motorhome in this video, or rather, a home on rails. Yes, you could actually buy your own railcar and travel the country in it. The Brill Bullet Travel Coach is a striking example of early 20th century innovation in the transportation industry. Released by the J.G. Brill Company, this model line was the result of years of development in high-speed transportation vehicles. Initially, Brill was known for its streetcars and intercity trains, but in the 1930s, the company introduced the famous high-speed bullet cars, which caused a sensation in the railroad industry. These cars were among the first to be tested in a wind tunnel, which significantly improved their speed and fuel efficiency. Brill's bullets were known for their streamlined bodies and lightweight construction, thanks to the use of aluminum. These cars could reach speeds of up to 90 miles per hour, which was groundbreaking for that time. Due to their design, Brill cars were suitable for inner-city routes, reducing travel times between cities and suburbs. A unique feature of the Bullet was its resistance to strong winds, which was especially appreciated on open stretches of railway. But the most amazing part? If you had enough money, you could completely customize the car for yourself, adding a full sleeping area, bathroom, and even a small kitchen. All of this was serviced by company staff, but as you can imagine, it cost an astronomical amount of money. Which motorhome did you like the most? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your thoughts. And if you love technology and interesting stories and can write scripts, edit, or voice videos, head over to the Telegram bot via the link in the description. I'd be happy to collaborate. Thanks for watching, friends.